Um, Sainthood, I think, in general, I think broadly speaking, um, means the same thing in different religions. It's basically when you talk about sainthood, then you talk about someone who has become, um, due to his or her hard work, the person has become very close to God, and has reached that level where uh, he becomes a saint. That means very close to Allah, or God, because obviously different religions, we are talking about different religions here. But there are differences in terms of um, the the role that a saint can play, or rather the power that a saint may have. That is different in different religions. So different religions treat the saints in different way in terms of what they can do. Okay, so I think this is not the time to describe about other religions, but let's talk about the sainthood in Sufism. We were talking about the objectives or the goals of Sufism. So we talk about closeness to Allah. So the idea is to become so close that you become his friend. So a saint in Sufism is nothing but a friend of Allah. So basically, what we call Wali Allah. Okay, so Wali Allah is basically a friend of Allah, and this is something which has been mentioned in the Quran and mentioned in the Hadith. So, and this, let me, I think, also clarify that this is not just about, this is basically the position of Islam on sainthood. Okay, so a person may become a saint even if that person is not a Sufi. Okay, so it's not necessary that a person has to be Sufi to become a saint. Okay. Because Sufi is one of the ways in which you can become closer to Allah. Okay. So now, in terms of sainthood, once you become a saint or a friend of Allah, then obviously, then you during your life, when you are alive, then you can help, because you have reached a certain level, you have reached a certain status, then you can help other people on Allah's path. It becomes easier for you because you can easily help other seekers because of your closeness to Allah, because of your knowledge. And even after, so that's the role that the saints or awliya Allah play during their lives. But even when they go away from this world, even when they die, we know that there are certain people who are who remain alive even when they die. So it's not that they're physically alive. No, they're not physically alive, but spiritually they're alive. Okay, so when we say that, now this is again something which is very delicate, but let me, I think, take this opportunity to explain this. So it's very clearly mentioned that those who die for Allah's cause, who are called martyrs, the shaheed, they remain alive, and even after they die. Now, the Sufi perspective is that it is related to a very famous hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, where he came from a war and he said that um, we have won the war, but there is a greater war that we have to fight. And then the companions asked which war. He said the war against your nafs, which he called the greater war or jihad akbar. So the word jihad itself means, struggle. So we know that the real jihad is basically to struggle or fight against your own nafs. That's the jihad. So anyone who has who struggles and works um, to conquer or overcome his or her nafs is basically a shaheed or a martyr, because that's the real jihad that the Prophet ﷺ has defined for us. So with that definition, anyone who is basically a wali Allah or a friend of Allah is alive, as I said, is spiritually alive after even after his or her death. And what does it mean? It means that I think it goes back to the earlier question, where these people can be assigned certain responsibilities, their souls can be assigned certain responsibilities. And also, as they are spiritually alive, they are capable of giving their spiritual blessings. They're capable of um, helping seekers on their spiritual journey. So when we go to the tombs and we meditate there, we experience this. If they are not alive, if they are not capable of giving their blessings, then we shouldn't feel or experience anything. But we have great experiences when we meditate at the tomb, especially with the intention, special intention that we have for meditation at the tomb. We have great experiences. That is possible. Only it's not that we, people make up those experiences. These are, profound experiences, real experiences. That is possible only because of the blessings that you receive from these saints. Similarly, we talk about the blessings from the elders of the order. So again, in a group meeting or in a retreat, we know that there is presence of the elders of the order, and again, you feel and experience their presence. Sometimes, you feel they're like kind of physical. They're so strong. You think that you feel as if they're physically present amongst you. And then we know that in such gatherings, the blessings are very strong, and we can feel the blessings. So there's not only the blessings of the participants. Obviously, when we know that when you are doing the practices individually and when you're doing in the group, then you share the blessings with other people present there. But it is also these blessings from the elders. So they may be present, they may not be present, but their blessings are there. So this is the understanding of saints in Islam or Sufism.